Hi there and welcome to my video for Samba Lele, a traditional Brazilian song, and this is in my Guitarfingers book 2 from the set of 3 books. A great song this, we've got some nice rhythms, Latin American style rhythms and some finger strums to give us some nice different sounds to probably what we've been playing before. Just a quick look at the song to start off with so we know what kind of notes we're playing. In the key signature area we've got no sharps or flats, so we're just using all natural notes. We've got time signature of 4 beats in a bar, so we'll be counting 4 beats per bar. And the other things that we're really going to be looking at here are the use of strums that I just mentioned, the use of chords, 3-note chords in this song, so we're starting to build up the feel, the texture of the song, the sounds there with extra notes in the chords, and some interesting technical features that I'll go through within the song. If you're struggling with any parts of this book, go back to my Guitarfingers book 1, look at the videos there. You'll see how we're going to play 2 notes together, the use of bass notes with chords, and how to get a nice full sound. I'll recap over them as I go through, but you may want to look in more detail at that book. So we start off, and as always, you know that I like to just play the melody line first to see how the song sounds. So let's just look at the notes we're going to use. So we use a note C for the first note, fret 1 of string 2. We've got 2 of those, a high E, then a high G, and I'm going to use finger 4. Important, we use finger 4 now for high G here. Back to E, and then C. The next one is a D in the next bar. That's fret 3 of string 2, and then an F, fret 1 of string 1. So let's see just what that sounds like now. I'll count the notes as we go through. So 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, because we've got minims there in bar 2, so 2 beats for those. So you can see the rhythm is like this: 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, and that kind of rhythmic variation is going to happen all the way through the song. So again, let's see what this sounds like now. All the way through the first line, because the notes are pretty much the same. So let's see what this sounds like. We have the first 2 bars. Okay, so let's look at bars 3. We start off with 2 Bs. There's my D, fret 3, on string 2 to high F, fret 1, string 1, back to D, B, and then C. 2, E for 2. So let's see what those 2 bars sound like. That rhythm and those notes are going to repeat a lot in this song, so the more you can get used to that, just playing that melody line on its own, you'll see that later on that helps you tremendously. Let's look at the next part of the technical features of this line 1. So we've got a C in the bass, and that C needs to hold as we're playing. So we've got 2 C's together, and then C again, up to G, E, C. So you can see that I've held my note C all the way through. And that sounds much nicer, it gives a full sound to the song. We'll look at the G's next, so the G and the D. Okay, then it's a high F, but although that's a strum, I'll come to that in a moment, I'm still holding my G down to give a nice full sound. A little exercise to help you play bass with melody notes if you're not used to holding fretted bass notes down. So I'm going to play a C and then play a little scale. C, D, E, F, G. Back down again. I can do the same with my G. C, D, E, F, G, F, E, D, C. And you can see that I'm holding the bass note all the way down. If you take the bass note off, the sound will just disappear, of course, and just the texture, we call, of the song just gets a little bit thinner, not as full. So little exercises to help you there. Go back to my book 1 and my other videos on my websites and you'll see exercises to help you. So now we have a thumb and a chord. So we've got a G and a C with I and M on strings 3 and 2, and a low C. And again, just waving your fingers in. Can't play rest strokes here, so if you've been playing rest strokes now, you've got to come to free strokes to be able to play these songs properly. So we wave the fingers in, and then the thumb is a free stroke as well. I just pop my thumb on string 6 to help my hand stay stable. And let's just count that through. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and now the change of chord. G with the D, and the G, string 3. Same right hand fingers on the same strings to help us just keep the same feeling of the notes on the strings. Let's play that again. Now I'm going to come to the strum. I'm keeping my G bass down. I release my D and I play a G, a B now, and an F with the back of my fingernail there. A nice downward strum, as you can see in the video on the high camera there. If you're not used to playing those, again, just a little practice. Just get used to doing that wave feeling with the finger before you play the song. The next two bars, we've got G, with a G and a B now, another B, D, high F, D, B, and then we're back to a C chord, C, G and C, and then a strum, just the 3 high strings, G, C and E, with the outside of the index finger. Line 1, nice and slow. 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. The final point I really want to make is try to use the right hand fingerings that I've mentioned here. So if we look at the melody line again, we started off with the C with the middle finger, and then the next C was an index, and that allows the M to play the high E, so the fingers are crossed nicely. M, I, M, I, M, I. And you can see that the fingers work very nicely then across the strings. And if you use the same fingerings that I've written down for the bars 3 and 4, so we get a middle for the first one, but now a middle again on the next B, so that index plays D, middle for high F, index, you can see the fingers are aligned nicely, middle, and then we've got a chord after that anyway. And that will help you play across the strings in a smooth manner, so your fingers don't get crossed over. The next videos, I'll look at the next sections of the song and we'll have fun playing that.